We're back. It's Kathy Kress. I am with my YouTube channel, Geriatric Care 1. We're talking about long-distance care providers. You might be one, or you might be a geriatric care manager who's working with one. And I said that there were three types of long-distance care providers. And the third type is a person who is not doing the hands-on care. There is a sibling or some family member long distance, say in Minneapolis, and the long distance care provider lives in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So there's somebody in Minneapolis taking care of mom. And so usually what you're doing as a geriatric care manager here is really working out the dynamics between these two family members, because there is a main care provider. So what do you advise? Remember I said in the last episode, coach. You are a coach. You're coaching the long-distance care provider on how to make the best care possible happen to the older person. And so the first thing you can tell them is don't swoop. Swooping is really important because lots of times long-distance care providers, say from Atlantic City, New Jersey, will fly into Minneapolis and say, this is the list of things I think need to be done. And I looked around the house and, I see it's not exactly clean. Maybe you could spend some more time, or we need to get somebody to clean, and I'm really worried about mom's diet, etc., etc. That's meddling. Mm-hmm. Now, you can advise, but you can't, you gotta basically identify, or in your coaching this long-distance care provider, help them identify the priority issues and coach them about good communication. How do you, approach someone who's doing all the care, and you're not, and help them basically make better decisions. Because really, probably the best way that a long-distance care provider can spend their time is just spending time with the older person, not lecturing the hands-on care provider. And you yourself can suggest a family meeting, which you can help them do to really talk about the problems. So let's talk about what a long-distance care provider can do from Atlantic City. Remember, mom's in Minnesota. Lots of things. You can support that that person in Minneapolis who's probably really overburdened. And what you can do is you can pay the bills, and you can coach the long-distance care provider in Atlantic City, the daughter, to say, okay, I'll take over the bills because I can see that, that's really difficult. Would you like me to do that? In a family meeting, we're just talking. That's great. And it's so easy to pay bills now. Bill pay is wonderful. You can have the mail forwarded to you in Atlantic City and sort them, go through the mail, sort it, that's meddling, but go through with your sister who's the hands-on care provider. Suggest that to the long-distance care provider. Find out if there's scamming involved, unpaid bills, and then just have it forwarded to yourself. And, there's a lot of steps to that. I'm doing blogs at the same time I'm doing this, so you can check out how you get in touch with the U.S. Post Office, how you get rid of scammers in the blog. You can, what else can you do? You can send holiday packages. You can organize the rest of the family to send holiday packages or birthday packages to support. Celebratory things and rituals are so important to older people. So you can take that over for the hands-on care provider. That's a great thing. You can arrange emergency plans. Now you have hurricanes obviously in New Jersey now, but you might have, horrific polar surges coming down in Minnesota. Vortexes, and you do. So, get everything ready for the polar vortex in Minnesota. You can also give emotional support by, arranging counseling for the long-distance care provider. You have to do that very delicately. This is coaching the the person who's doing the hands-on care. And that really probably takes a family meeting to really talk about it. You can do lightweight things like you can coach the long-distance care provider to do a family newsletter. On the web now, you can do it a million ways, and it can go to everybody. what's happening with your mother, and that gives, you know, the primary care, the hands-on care provider, a time to really talk about what's going on. You can arrange repairs for the house. Men love to do this because, you know, I'm not disparaging men. That's something they really know a lot about. And you can you deal with all the documents. You know, it's really important to deal with documents that an older person has around, so you can get a hold of all the legal, the insurance documents, and anything else. And you can look in my blog for, you know, a whole listing of all these things. Take them home, scan them, or scan them there. Then you can put them on something like Google Docs or lots of websites, or Dropbox, where everybody who can will share them, and then bring a binder back with, you know, all those legal documents available to your mother if she's not confused. So there's lots of things you can do. So I will see you next time. We'll be still doing long distance care providers, and check out my blog, which is www.kathykress.com.